เ And we're back. Welcome, everyone. I'm Nala for Power, and we're going to be playing some Okami today. I hope everyone had a great Sunday and a great Monday. I took Monday off to get the first haircut in a year and a half. You probably can't, maybe you can tell, I don't know. It's like 3 inches shorter. It's very nice. And Bison Hider, what's up? Oh my gosh, okay. This game's a little picky with reading the mouse and whatnot. Oh my god, where's my mouse? There we go, my goodness. Oh, come on, you can do it. Okay, so it looks like this game does not like me clicking out of it. That's okay. I'm just gonna close and open it again real quick. Dude, sorry, Okami. Don't mean to put you down like this. Come on. Do. Yes. It showed me all of the logos of companies that I've never heard of except for Capcom. Oh, come on. My goodness. Options. Options. Is it gonna make me do this every time? That's gonna be really obnoxious. Display settings, 90 by 1080. Full screen, that now shows up on stream. There we go. Okay. So I just get to do this every time I pause the game. That's cool. That's fine. Okay, so now we're yep. New game. And then let me know how the audio levels are, if me or the game needs to go up or down. Okami. I might want myself a little smaller this time. Oh, that let me click out fine that time. I just realized I just did that. Huh. A tiny hamlet known as Kamiki lay nestled in a grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Oh my. I love me some cherry blossoms, guys. Cherry trees up here in Washington are in full bloom right now, and they're so pretty. I love them. Each and every tree around the quiet burg was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. To satiate the appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on necks the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranui. Shiranui? No, Nui? I'm guessing Nui. Bison Hire will have to help me with all my pronunciation. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village, and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. This text crawl is real slow. Shiranui, okay. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranui. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movements. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white plume heralded the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into the home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. I mean, that makes it extra sad. She was hot, right? Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by this sign. Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the beast's cave in the place of his beloved. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home, as Nagi stood bravely before the entrance. A beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 thrashing necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with an incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced, well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch. That sucks. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui, the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Baring its fearsome claws, Shiranui leapt toward Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying heads, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. As Orochi closed in on Shiranui, sharpened claws glistening, a gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Orochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow. But Shiranui refused to give in. With its last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword and as a beacon of hope. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary. Channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms, he leapt ferociously toward Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. Did he, loosen his hide? Yes, I said his hide was like steel. I mean, good for Nagi. Orochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. In that instant, the curse that plagued the villagers was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Oh no, it's the doggy! Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned to Kamiki. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. I know, doggy! The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark, then closed its eyes and drifted off as if into slumber. Peace had at last returned to Kamiki village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Nagi's sword was Christian Tsukuyomi and placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. However, this is not the end of the story. There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years had passed since Nagi and Shiranui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. Is this the legendary sword? Is this Tsukuyomi, the sword that banished the dreaded Orochi? No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend. Nothing but a fairy tale. Buddy! No respect. Oh, he who seeks power, he who has broken my bonds, speak the words. I wish darkness unto the world. Utter that prayer unto me and unleash my power. What if he doesn't do it? What if he's just like, nope, my bad, and just like leaves? Okay, that's what he's doing actually. Okay, well, it seems like they can cause a lot of damage, even if someone doesn't utter the phrase. Oh, Hoodie, what's up? So, yeah, definitely a little bit. It's got the like, yeah, the character dialogues. Very different style game, though. Much more, Ocarina of Time-esque. A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. God, I'm gonna see if I can fix this text scroll. This is gonna drive me insane. The tiny settlement of Kamiki Village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins. Hello, Wood Sprite Sakuya. How troublesome. This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such calamity? Besides my tickle bitties. We must act quickly. There is no time to lose. My has diminished over the years I have spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Amaterasu, now's the time. We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us along. Ah, such divine white light, such beauty and grace. The only one capable of such a wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of all that is, Amaterasu. How delightful to see that the Savior whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demon so many years ago has not changed one bit. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart. Sniff. Puppy! Amaterasu, gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. Since your timely departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nippon, but never have the circumstances been worse. Thank you for the clip, Bison Hider. And then at this very moment, please use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. Huh? What is this? Has something stolen its way into my robe? Ho ho ho! Oh hee hee hee! God damn it. Oh man, I think I remember now. Yeah. Yeah, she's a titty lady. And I think she gets more titty as the game goes on, if I remember correctly. The back of her dress is not finished. Yeah, what on earth? You again? Ow, 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 ow! Are you nuts? Oh, this is your Navi character. Boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting. That's all. Buddy! Inappropriate! You napping in my clothes again, Bug? Bug? I told you 1,000 times not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist. The name's Isoon. I'll show you just how great I am, and it won't be long till you're bowing before my great brush. Well, what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, no? What's with you, furball? You look kind of down in the dumps. Actually, you look kind of familiar. Got it! You look just like that statue of Shiranui. Whoa! What happened? Oh, Genia! Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber. You'll regret messing with the greatest soon. Don't make me use my prize sword, Denkomaru, against you. Shit. What's that growling sound? And why is it so dark anyway? Oh, great god Amaterasu. I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki Village. The village lives on. Their spirits lie encased in my fruit. Cut it free, and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. Only your awesome power can restore life to the world. The trees return to normal, huh? That Sakuya girl sure said some weird stuff. The villagers' spirits are being kept inside the fruit. That's the fruit. That girl said that if you cut it down, the village will be restored. But it's awfully high up there. If you don't use some kind of special power, there's no way you're gonna reach it. This darkness is really getting to me too. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap. Truth. Okay. You're giving me the symbol. Okay. Where are we? It got awfully quiet all of a sudden. I don't remember any place like this in the village. Better keep our eyes peeled. You can use the right stick to look around. Left button changes your point of view. Okay. Okay. Guess it's not sound settings. That's fine. Display settings. No, so this was originally on the PlayStation 1 or 2. There was a Wii remake, which I played, and it was horrible. And then we got an HD version on the computer, on Steam. So yeah, I have beaten this game before, and I beat it using nothing but the basic attack. Cause like, it's on the, so you'll see in the game, there's like brush strokes you do, like you'll do like a little swirly to like call some wind to blow things away to like you do a bunch of different brush strokes. And so like, oh, we'll make it a Wii game and you use the Wiimote to like do the thingies and it'll be great. Except none of them worked. So I beat the game with just the basic attack. And so I'm excited to actually play the game. Oh gosh. Weird. Sorry guys, I always forget how used to or not used to inverted controls I am. I think right now we're used to not inverted controls. What? No. I said invert X and Y axis. Game. I am a broken woman. Okay, well I guess we do this then. Weird. If they don't know what invert X and Y axis means, that's funny. Hold on. That's an origin mirror. They say once your reflection appears on its surface, your memories will be stored in the mirror for all eternity. Oh, save points. Great, thank you. Okay. Excuse me. You should save a number of game files. That's not horrible advice. We're bad dudes. We're only gonna do one save point. Look at all those pots just waiting to be broken. If you bust them, there might be something good inside. Ooh. I'm a puppy. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, that chest looks mighty tempting. Yes, it does. I like me a treasure chest. I start off with wall jump. What a luxury. Good luck is found in high places. Bison Hider, have you gotten double jump yet in Hollow Knight? I obtained Holy Bone S. Amaterasu's favorite snack. Restores 3 units of solar energy. Eat the pots. Not with the wings. Oh, no! I have faith in you. You'll find it soon. And it'll be such a luxury. Listen, Amy, ever heard of the spirits of the brush? God, this text crawl, man. Good brushwork has its own soul. At least that's what they say. Just watch. It'd take all day to explain. A picture's worth 1,000 words, right? It's one of many brush techniques that use divine power. It's a brush god power that can restore broken or missing things. There's 13! Okay, originally all 13 were a single powerful deity. When the deity died, its power was split into 13 separate gods. The gods now dwell within objects all around us. But, god or no god, how can anyone have the power to master all 13? River of the Heavens. The River of the Heavens, they mean the fabled Stardust River. But I sure don't see anything like that around here. It couldn't be that little puddle over there, could it? I got pots to break. Wow, look at the stars twinkle. I haven't seen such a beautiful nighttime sky in ages. Hey, look, those stars forming a pattern, or is it just me? There's one missing. Guess I'll just have to draw the missing star. Let me draw the stars, man. Bah, looks like I'm just not ready to draw missing stars. Press RB to hold the brush, then X to draw. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, buddy. Really? Okay. You see, oh my god, I pressed RB, but really what it means is press and hold RB. Yeah, buddy. Well, it's no use just sitting around thinking about it. This time the great... Oh my god! Is it just... Okay. Okay. Can I get out of this, please? Oh, okay. Damn! Sup, buddy? Ah. Why, if it isn't Mother Amaterasu. I apologize for not contacting you sooner during these long years. Having never forgotten you, I, Yomigami, God of Restoration, have eagerly awaited this day when we could again meet. While you were away, the 13 spirits of the brush that you once possessed, including myself, have been scattered across this land of men and now lie in disarray. I became a constellation and managed to survive until now. The time has come for you to seek out and reunite all the techniques. Your power is what is needed to restore the dried riverbed of the heavens and renew the flow of stardust. Wow, that was Yomigami, the god of rejuvenation. Wait, so you have the power of rejuvenation now? Can you really use it to restore the river of the heavens? That would mean you were as good with a brush as yours truly. Nah, it couldn't be true. Who else could master this incredible god technique? Okay, there's no way you could pull off a stunt like that. Watch me, bitch! No. Whoa! A river of stardust. So this really must be the river of the heavens. But what I really want to know is who the heck drew the darn thing. I just had to fill in more river. You obtained Astral Pouch. Look what you found, Furball. This Astral Pouch here is amazing. It can swallow up lots of food. Then when it's full, it can revive its owner if he or she dies. Let's start feeding it with whatever food we can find around here. You consumed apple. Nectar-filled sour apple fills Astral Pouch a little bit. You consumed peach. That peach looks really good. Juicy and fragrant peach fills Astral Pouch a little bit. You consumed orange. Orange with sharp citrus taste fills Astral Pouch a little bit. Whoop, 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 whoop. Man, these pots come back quickly. Hell yeah. Okay, hopefully tutorial stuff's gonna end soon and we can get exploring. Anything in the sky I need to... Fuck your horse! consumed? Dumplings! Ooh, I love me some dumplings. Doughy balls made from grain. Fills astral pouch a little bit. Nope. Can only go a little bit. I like how you bounce off things, that's funny. Your head. Or... boom. Fuck your horse! Is this the legendary shrine? We must be in the Cave of Nagi. The legendary hero Nagi is enshrined here. He vanquished evil 100 years ago with the help of the white wolf Shiranui. First the river of the heavens, and now this place. See, that sword's in really bad shape. The gods sure didn't do much to protect this place. That really was your brushwork all this time! How did you get so good? Exactly who are you, anyway? Tarasu, bitch. Hey, there's another constellation! This one looks like a... sure. Oh my god, it's, oh gosh, what's the name of that? The dog with the sword in Dark Souls? Well, if it isn't Mother Amaterasu. It's been a long time, but with all these monsters around, the only place I could hide was in this shrine dedicated to ancient heroes. If there is anything I can do to assist you in your endeavors, I'm at your service. Make good use of this sword, as it was designed to conquer evil. Hey, that was the god Tachigami, master of the power slash technique. Wait a minute, if you're getting all of these powers, then you're just like that Shiranui. You know, the wolf who fought and died alongside the great Nagi. When Shiranui died, the wolf's power was split into 13 brush gods. This is crazy. Shiranui and Nagi, it's just like the legend. Well, anyway, I've never seen this power slash technique myself. How about showing your stuff off on that boulder over there? Let me see you slice it in half by drawing a single line. I won't believe it till I see it. Wow! I didn't think you had it in ya, furball. I'm not even in the same league as you. Guess I really overestimated myself. Hey, furball. I mean, Amaterasu. That's right. Put some respect on my name, Mr. Isun. I've made up my mind. If you're Shiranui reborn, then that means you can master all 13 techniques, right? In that case, I think I'll tag along until I'm as good as you. Lucky you. I like to bounce this on your head endlessly. So rude. It's no use trying to change my mind. There's no stopping me once I've made a decision. But enough about me. Now that you've mastered the power slash, you can cut down that thing, Sakuya. Sakuya was talking about. Oh, yes, we get to go back to my queen, Sakuyua. Let's go back and give it a shot. Oh, damn, okay. Damn, okay. I guess the arrow's nice. It's obvious. What the? Where'd they come from? Aw, whatever. Draw first, ask questions later, right? You know that divine instrument you have on your back? Well, press the X to use its power against them. Look, Amy, once you've caught them off guard and turned black and white, they're easy prey for your brush, no matter how nasty they are. Grab your brush and give them a power slash. You've obtained ink bottle. I am not able to speed up the text speed, and I'm gonna talk like a robot the whole time. It is infuriating. Bottle full of ink. Fills one Amaterasu's ink box. Okay. He just spanked his butt at me. The disrespect, I tell you. I've yet to get in a fight from it. Damn right. It's my pretty river of stars that I made myself. I like that wherever you run, you leave like a pretty trail of stuff behind you. Actually, so right now it's just dust, but now there's some leaves. Eventually there'll be flowers. It'll be nice. Woo! Yeah, now it's pretty flowers. Whee! Yeah. Made the village all pretty. No, the greens are pretty, and they're pretty greens you don't have to mow. The village been restored. Sakuya came through big time. She really was protecting the village. But I sure wish I could have spent some more time in her... Gross is so... Inappropriate. Isun is canceled. Where's his notes app apology? But seriously, with monsters running around and all, the village could still be in danger. I wanted to hang out in this lady's kimono, but like, I guess the world's still in danger. Ugh. Let's see how they're all doing down there. What in the world? I don't remember there being a statue here. Well, whatever. Let's go talk to the villagers. No, he's totally a villager, man. Aww. Woo! I did not press a button. That was just a jump I did. That pond looks bad. I've got a bad feeling about this. Kamiki Village is supposed to be famous for its scenic beauty. I wonder what's going on down there. Can I do this yet? Hey, football! You trying to draw the sun or something? You may be a god, but come on, that's impossible. Not possible, I can do it. Okay. Hey, what are you doing? This is no time to be goofing off. I'm looking, man. I'm a doggo. This guy's not letting me have any fun. Hey, there's a statue here too. It's like the villagers have turned to stone or something. Not again! That's not one of those smaller monsters that's lurking about. A roar like that's gotta belong to something much bigger. Let's hurry up and find somebody with a pulse around here. Yes. Yes, yes. She is. No good. This one's not moving. Everyone here was perfectly fine just a few hours ago. There's definitely something strange going on around here. The village is back, but what's up with this dark sky? Maybe it's dark outside the village, too. Oh, so now I get to go back to the place I already was? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not bitter. You know, it'd be really nice if he was like, let's go back to the place we were before. You were so right, Amaterasu. I should have listened to you the first time. This is bad. The sun's not even shining. It's as black as night as far as the eye can see, and not a single villager can move a muscle. Is it some kind of curse? Ulfkrieg, what's up? Yeah, I think I'm gonna start playing Isaac just on Fridays, because I'm gonna put hundreds of hours into that, and I need to play other games or something eventually. If you could draw a circle in the sky, we'd have ourselves a sun. This guy was totally gaslighting me before about this. I'm sick of his shit. Of course, if you had that kind of power from the start, that'd be a different story. Nope. This was actually ported to PC, so this is an HD remake. And I'm very excited to play this not on the Wii. Come to think of it, your name is Amaterasu. Yeah, bitch! That's what I've been saying! That's the name of the sun god. So it'd follow that you had the sunrise technique from the start. With it, you could even turn night into day. Wow, you're no run-of-the-mill god, that's for sure. It's like I'm really painting with the Wiimote, except it doesn't work. Ever. Yeah. You're painting with a slinky. The fact that I can't speed up this text speed is grating, but at least the game is pretty to look at, and I get to look at a doggo the whole time. Not that I have my own doggo at home to look at or anything. Since you're such a great artist yourself, why don't we name your brushwork after that poem of his? It's called Celestial Brush. After all, your brush did bring out the sun. Cool. Well, Amy, let's get back to the village. Who are you? Village Elder Mr. Orange. A white wolf? Not the one who fought that terrible creature with Nagi. You couldn't possibly be the legendary Shiranui. No, it can't be. That story's 100 years old. Sick of your shit! I'm bored, I'm a dog, I wanna go run! I got zoomies! Still, you look a lot like that statue of Shiranui. On the other hand, you don't look quite as smart. Whoa! No need to growl like that after I insulted you. Can you really understand what I'm saying? Well, I'm not one to mince words. I just state the facts. I'm not one to mince words either. I chomp. I nyomp. What's this sudden chill down my spine? Here they come, Furball. Those are monsters that have been plaguing these lands. They sneak in villages. Yep. Yep. Oh. Wow, you really get aggressive when you're mad, don't ya? Hey, you got yourself some praise. And look, see how that dried up spring began flowing again? That's because ridding an area of monsters restores the gods' power to the land. People call it divine intervention. The more you restore the land to its natural beauty, the more praise you'll get. It's the source of your power. Few people believe in gods these days, and that may weaken you. But if you try real hard, your true power just might shine through. But boy, there's sure been a lot of monsters around here lately. And that Mr. Orange you tossed around up on the sacred deck looks like he thinks you're a regular wolf. Seems the gods have grown so weak people can't see them anymore. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Oh, okay. Thank Christ, okay. Feed bag! Freshly roasted seeds that seed-loving animals can't resist. Why, you little devil, look at the sweet grub you found! Hey, wait, this is animal food! Still, we could save it to give to the animals. Let's use it when we try to approach an animal. Something good might come out of using it for the right way. I know gods aren't supposed to use creatures in this manner. But what the heck? Let's make an exception this time. Oh, I almost forgot. There's something I want to tell you. Whenever you want to check the items you've obtained, just press the star button to open the fan menu. While the fan menu's open, you can check and use them items you have. There are other things you can do there too. The fan menu is your key to a successful adventure. Spirit Globe. Humanity's fate made solid restores a little solar energy. This is a lot longer than I thought, but it's very cute. Yep. Feeding the birds. Just feeding the birds. All the birds love me. Ah! Great Shiranui, oh no! Ah, I feel it. I sense it. Foul beasts dwell in this place. Concentrate. Look hard. You see, right behind you now. Oh. What's up, buddy? Humans are not witness to such battles, but I saw it. The fighting went on for exactly 21 seconds. Why? To bite? Huh. Pretty sure Nui. Oh no. You guys, I can just bark! I've had just about enough of this. I don't know if it's stray dogs or monsters or what. Someone keeps messing up my crops. Going around digging holes with why, it makes me mad. I catch you digging around here, you'll get a good thumping. I carry the doggy with me. It is very good. Yikes! What was that for? A white wolf? Now that's just plain weird. Sure looks like a weak little bugger. Think you could beat my dog, Hayabusa? Well, listen to this. There's this field my mom attends to, you see. Well, Hayabusa managed to dig up 9 turnips in a row. They're all from Louisiana because that's the speed at which I read the text as it comes on screen. Even though my mom was chasing him around trying to slug him. There are actually 10 turnips in that field. Hayabusa is fixing to get all 10. Ooh, jambalaya is yummy. You'll have to avoid being slugged by Mama. Am I, like, not able to, like, dig yet? Yeah, I'm like a fake digging girl. They don't care about me. Oh, you have to, like, press it multiple times. Too slow, lady. This lady just gets tired, you know? It's her downfall. Boom! Okami is a marsupial. Yes. No, it's like a pouch you carry around and you put food in it, and then when you die, you eat all the food so you don't die. You offered oddly shaped turnip. Hey, that's the oddly shaped turnip Hayabusa and I've been looking for. That means you've broken Hayabusa's record by digging up all 10 turnips. Gosh darn it. Fine, you're the better canine. Man, Mushi sucks. No dog is better than your dog. Anyway, it actually feels good to have a new goal to aim for. Awesome. Okay, awesome. Just with all my lovely, authentic Southern talking, I'm just gonna refill my water real quick. I'm not even gonna put the screen up. Just a second. Awesome possum. Okie dokie. A white wolf. Now that's a rare sight. Aw, Mrs. Orange. She's so cute. She's got a little orange on her head. Do you come down from the mountains just to play with us? Well, you'd better be careful, dear. Lately, some monsters have been attacking the villagers. Do you even know who you're talking to, Grandma? Isun, so rude. This here is Shiranui reborn. The wolf and I have it covered. Those monsters are history. Hell yeah, they are. Well, if it isn't Isun, and riding a wolf, are we? This one certainly resembles Shiranui, especially the nose. Well, I better get back to my work. Well, what a fine-looking wolf. What's your name? Mine's Kushi. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sake brewer? Hell yeah. Working in the fields again, are ya? Isun, are you and the wolf together? That's a question. This is where I grow the rice for making my sake, you know. I have to manage the harvest all on my own. It's hard work. Maybe I should have Susano give me a hand again this year. Oh, listen to me blabbering on. I just can't help chatting on to you. Why, Ami, I think you found a friend here. Yeah, give me some sake, lady. I'm not a connoisseur of sake. Like, I only get it, like, if I'm at, like, Korean barbecue or something. But I do enjoy it. It is yummy. You'll meet many people who want to talk to you like this. You should talk to them 2 or even 3 times. Being a god and all, you can actually tell when to talk because you'll see a triangle above their head. That means they still have something to say. Then just fucking say it, man. Might even be valuable information sometimes. They may just be muttering to themselves. Susano's a neighbor of mine. He's a little unusual, but he goes around with a huge sword slung over his shoulder. He's always practicing with it. They say he's a direct descendant of our legendary hero, Nagi. Man, can you imagine if like all of our heads pulsated like this when we talked? And he loves his sake too. He often pops around here to buy it. Make sure to say hello when you see Susanoo. He could use a friend, I should think. He's always on his own. Yeah, I'm going in your house. I can eat all of her rice balls. Oh, yeah. You consumed bale of rice. Bale of rice fastened with straw fills astral pouch. I'm so annoyed because I know that's the wind, but I can't do it yet. Here to listen to the ramblings of an old woman, are you? Well, I was doing the laundry, but when it was ready to dry, I noticed my drying pole was gone. Oh, whatever shall I do? Where did that darn pole go? She's missing something that should be there, is she? You'd better help her out, furball. Can I just make her one? That's cute. Oh, I see. Oh, I was here. There we go. A new drawing pole? Oh my, where did that come from? The gods must answer my prayers. How wonderful. Time to dry the laundry. Give me your prayers, bitch. Well, I'm glad I was able to hang my laundry, but the sun seems to be so far away these days. Maybe it doesn't like all those monsters that are lurking about. If only it would shine closer, my laundry would dry in a second. My word! The sun has suddenly drawn so close. My laundry will be bone dry in no time. And now that the sun is closer, the world will melt and disintegrate within a matter of minutes. I am so ready for the heat death of our planet. Thank you, Amaterasu. Cherry cakes? Don't offer them to the sun, offer them to me. I want the cherry cakes. Come back tonight if you want some too, Snowball. No one makes better cherry cakes. They're mouth-watering good. Man, guys, like, gross, like cough syrup cherry flavor is icky, but like, good cherry pie, like good cherry, oh, it's so good. I love me some cherries. Black Forest cake with the cherries in it, the chocolate cherry, can't be beat, so good. I'm gonna make myself hungry. I've already done it, it's okay. Oh my goodness! To all the new viewers who are joining, welcome! I hope you're enjoying the stream. We're just being a doggo with some southern accents and talking about cherries. It's a grand old time. Sheesh. He's always snoring like a bear. This is the home of the 2-bit mill-aged warrior Susano. He goes around claiming to be a descendant of Nagi. He's famous around here for his lineage, but he's awfully lazy and too off the wall to be a descendant of a legendary hero. Hey, is it just me, or can you hear snoring from underneath this jug? I am the greatest. Oh, Kushi, let's... Whoa, looks like he ain't waking up anytime soon. He's out cold. Grunt. If that didn't wake him, nothing will. Let's just leave him for a while and find something else to do. See him. Your horse. No, come back, let me feed you. No, if his mama catches you snacking, she'll clobber you good. Nothing to eat here. I like that everything is just in the framing of, will I eat it or not? Oh, Black Forest cake is very good. I want it to. It's okay. Heave! Heave! This is weird. My mind really wants to shift this rock, but my body won't cooperate. It's like I'm made of lead. Could this be a case of demonic possession? I sure hope not. Oh no, I was just talking about cherries earlier and how they're in Black Forest cake and it's delicious. These are totally just the Yiga clan in Breath of the Wild. Obviously it'd be the other way around, but... You consumed Chinese cabbage. On the simple side, but tasty. Fills astral pouch a little bit. I'm trying to think of a reason to get one. Oh, right. My dad's oh shit, my dad's birthday's in a week. We can get it for my dad's birthday. Boom. Done. Everyone, we're celebrating my dad's birthday. And we're getting a Black Forest cake to celebrate. I accumulated praise. Whoa, Amy, you suddenly started glowing. That means your divine attributes can be enhanced. Well, you sure look excited. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Let's take a stab at enhancing your divine attributes. I'm gonna open the fan menu where you'll see your divine attributes, okay, you dumb dog? Use the praise you've accumulated to enhance any attribute you want. I can do my life energy. Displays the amount of ink on hand. Is this all I get? Where's my damage? Damage is king. Alright, fine, I'll do health. Is it all coming back to you or what, huh? It's hard to notice such a small enhancement. Oh, lighten up, furball. This is one big step for the new and improved Amaterasu. Keep up the good work. Oh, I almost forgot. We better check in on that dude. Ah, I feel as light as a feather now. Sadly, that doesn't make it any easier to shift this boulder. Who went and blocked the only path out of here anyway? There's no way I can get back to the city now. Huh, your owner lives here in the village, right? So you must know that guy, Susano. Can you get him to come here? They say he's the descendant of the legendary hero Nagi. Anyone can do something about this rock, it's him. This boulder wasn't here before, and I'm guessing you need me to get Dude Bro instead of like... Well, that wasn't good. Better bring Susano here to see what your mom thinks. I like the comedic music. It's funny. I feel so well rested. I planned to meditate underground, but I fell fast asleep. Buddy, same. Huh? Who are you? What business do you have with Susano, the greatest warrior ever? Do even the beasts know my great exploits now? Oh, I like it when Amaterasu is just like a doggo and just sits and wags his tail and is like, oh. Well, Fido, I'm not looking for apprentices. Go back to the mountains and play with your monkey friends. How dare a mangy mutt like you interrupt my meditation? Get a load of this guy, all brawn and no brains. Quit messing around and come with us. I know! Everyone is so mean to this dog. I would be delighted. I'd be like, look at this adorable doggo. Pet, 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 pet. I told you, don't call me a bug. Come on, Amy. We're taking him with us. Put me down this instant. What will the neighbors think? You mangy mutt! You brought me all the way here just to test yourself against me? Then prepare to taste the wrath of my trusty blade. Tohenboku. Hold on a minute. You're the legendary Susanoo? Yup, none other than Susanoo, the greatest warrior who ever lived. And by the way, never interrupt warriors engaged in battle. But I've got a favor to ask you. This huge boulder blocking the path is really getting in my way. Can't you do something about it? What? Come on, please. I mean, you are Nagi's descendant, aren't you? Surely one stone's no match for your mighty skills, right? It is certainly not beyond my ability. Great. No time like the present, go for it. A boulder of this size is not very easy even for me. This will require my utmost focus to magnify the power of my sword. I shall retire to the training grounds to make preparations. Wait for my return. I've never seen the guy train seriously, ever. I know I told that merchant I could help, but a boulder of that size? I don't care if I'm of a legendary bloodline, it's just too big. Oh no, I can't believe I've run out of sake at a time like this. This won't do one bit. That's it for today. I'll just have to train tomorrow. I can't train without sake to fuel the fire. Training will just have to wait till tomorrow. Why do today what can be put off until tomorrow? That's doing things the Susanoo way. Ha ha ha. I forgot that this game starts off with you helping a functioning alcoholic. Oh, hello there. I've got a bit of a problem, you know. I have to polish rice in the mill house before I can use it. But the mill's broken. A wicked monster broke it the other day. It's hopeless trying to make good sake without clean rice. I should never have let that monster try my new Thunder Brew. A broken mill and a flattened crops. That's all the thanks I get. Don't go giving monsters sake. They're bad enough sober. Sheesh. What was she thinking? Anyway, I guess this is a matter of fixing something that's broken. Sounds like something you could handle with your brush. You can pet the doggo. Excellent. What's this? The mill's been mended. Who on earth did that? I'd completely given up on the idea of making my sake, but now I can get on with polishing the rice. Well, no time like the present. I better get started. You're interested in how to brew sake, are you, Snowy? Well, this thing here is for polishing the rice, you see? I've got something I think you'll like. It's just some leftover stock from the store, but I made it myself. It's called Vista of the Gods. Oh, but are you even old enough to drink, Snowy? I love that you carry things in your mouth. It's so cute. I am a dog. I am a dog. Because this is all I want in my life is to be a dog. Hold it right there, Fido. That smell. Is that Kushi's famous homebrewed sake? Fido, my friend, did you bring me some of Kushi's sake? Oh, what a glorious day. Ah, good old sake. A man without drink is like a warrior without his trusty sword. In fact, it is said that Nagi himself relied on the power of sake in his battle with the dreaded Orochi. It's also clear now. Let the training begin. I'll just try a bit of my usual routine. Oh, okay. I have to help him because he sucks. Feast your eyes on this Susano style exploding implosion. Ah. Susano style exploding implosion. Oh! So I can cut the boulder in half, but I need to be helping Susano to do it. You know, it's the power of friendship that we made along the way. You slice that huge rock clean in half. You really are something. I didn't think you could do it, Pops. Me either. I mean, of course I could. After all, I am Susano, the greatest warrior ever! You were just showing off when you said you're Nagi's descendant. Someone like you'd have no trouble fighting monsters off, huh? Well, anyway, thanks a lot. Now I can start doing business again. Did you say monsters? Of course, no problem. This is a job for the most skilled warrior in all of Nippon. Yes, I shall rid these lands of their vile presence. Just sit back and watch the great Susano work his magic. He shouldn't get all puffed up. He's nothing without us. Think he'll be okay? The monsters outside the village are nasty. Ah, glorious Amaterasu. Damn it! I forgot how Christy gets the butt cut out of her dress. Oh, man. Yeah. It's just, you know, it's got butt out. You know, she's living her best life, Sakuya. What a pleasure to witness your heroic deeds. I am in awe. When you cleaved the boulder into two, my heart skipped a beat. To see your skills with the brushes, to be witness to great art. No, I'm pretty sure it's her ass. So do we get a reward or something, lady? I hardly think your participation had any impact, little bug. It's Isun. Isun, Isun, Isun. Stop calling me a bug. Dude, I remember that. Homegirl gets kind of titty-tastic as the game goes on. Ithun! Cancelled. I think so. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Maybe this is in the HD remake. We get HD painted. Dude, Bison Hider, thank you for the clips. You're on top of it. Let's get back to that reward thing you were talking about. Come on, Amy. Put your paw up or something. Go on, shake. God. So, Marmalade's previous owner taught her to sit pretty. So she like puts her paw, like she sits and, puts her paw up. And, except, she's a Great Dane and she has giant demon paws. And now, anytime she wants something, she just does this forever and just keeps putting her paw up and down, hoping it'll activate the treats, which just ends with her, like, scratching you horribly and, like, either ripping your clothes or drawing blood or something. It is not good. We heavily discourage the paws, but does it forever. I would like to reward you, but I'm afraid I have the power. I can barely muster enough strength to make a flower bloom. Though my body stands firmly here within the confines of the village, and my titties are as firm and supple as ever, my roots spread far and wide, protecting remote areas outside. These parts of me are known as guardian saplings. They collect the praise and adoration that gives me strength. The recent evil is eroding the guardian saplings. If this continues, I will wilt away as well, and my power will vanish, along with my sweet ass and titties. I'm glad you like it. It doesn't hurt my throat, so I can do this all night. Worse yet, the dark power grows stronger with each passing day. Life as we know it will be consumed utterly in no time. Aw, man, this is getting heavy. Great and powerful Amaterasu. Could I be so bold as to request your assistance in rejuvenating these guardian saplings by lifting the curse that enslaves them? I shall mark the locations of nearby saplings on your map. I have a map. Okay, I have a map. I have grown tired. I haven't even the strength to speak now. I hope that my request has not fallen on deaf ears. Amaterasu, may the fresh scent of flowers protect you always. Ah! I'm always itching for a good fight, but I sure don't want to poke my nose into this mess. Still, I'm stuck with Furball here till I get all the brush skills. She's so much energy. I know, at least for me, most of my energy during the day is spent on dropping. Anyway, Amy's a god and all. What could possibly go wrong? Hey, did you listen to her, Furball? You get the rest of the brush techniques to save the world, and I'll steal and learn them. Yeah, that's the ticket. At any rate, let's start by following those marks on the map. Okay then, guess I better offload some stock before heading back. Feel free to take a look if you've been sent to do the shopping, pup. Do some shopping? Yes. Excuse me. Shinshu Field? You probably know this already, Amy, but this here is Shinshu Field, the most beautiful field in Nippon. At least it's supposed to be. But ever since that incident, I've been getting a bad vibe. We better watch where we're going. You can look at the map by holding down the left trigger. Oh, that's nice. Let's pay attention to the map as we push ahead. Emmy, that's the first guardian sapling marked on our map. It's supposed to be a place for travelers to rest and recuperate, but just looking at it, it looks like it could fall over at any moment. Yoez, welcome! Yes, we did finish Radiant Historia. I went a little longer than I hoped, but on Saturday, we hella beat it. It was a long journey, and the story got a little convoluted, but we stopped the desertification. I beat up Nemesia's boyfriend, and we hella won, and it was awesome. And now we are starting Okami, because I'm still feeling more pretty Japanese games. And then once we beat Okami, it'll be on to Dark Souls 3. And yeah, Hoodie, I like the art in this game a lot. Definitely holds up really well. It's really, really pretty. This place is definitely cursed from the looks of it. Places where evil has taken hold, luring monsters from far and wide, are known as cursed zones. But I've never seen one this big. It's withered all the plant life in the area, even that big tree. It'd take a monster with powers beyond even a god to do this. That tree is an offshoot of Sakuya. It protects nature in the area. Maybe the natural beauty here would return if we revived it. But how the heck could we do that, anyway? Yeah, don't spank your butt at me. Nose Guy was not the final boss, so I worked to get the true ending, so you end up working with Heist to get to the final boss, which is the Singularity, which is causing the desertification. And literally, Nemesia, the witch girl that you help, The Singularity was her boyfriend, but her parents didn't like him, so they tortured him until he became the Singularity, which causes desertification for 100 years. And he sucked, so I killed him. Ever played 3? Is like the game just called 3, or is it like the third in a series? Either way, I have not. Oh, Dark Souls 3. I have not played Dark Souls 3. I guess that's not entirely true. I have played the very beginnings of it, and then put it down and never picked it up again. But that's what I did with Sekiro, but I beat Sekiro on stream, so I'm hoping to do the same with Dark Souls. And I might try a different class this time. I was trying to do the sorcerer, but that might not be the right move. Man, everyone says Sekiro's harder. We'll see. I really liked how snappy it was. Yeah, but you see, like, when I read, like, the thingies where it's like, how to, like, what's, like, the best class if you're a noob in Dark Souls? And they all said the sorcerer. And so then I'm like, okay, let's do that. And it seems really hard. So I think I won't do that again. Yeah, I have no idea. So, in Dark Souls 3, the farthest I got was, like, when you first get to, like, the fire shrine or whatever, and then there's, like, that first area where you're, like, going towards a dragon. I never made it to the dragon. And then, like, in that very first area, there's that like, icy, spiky lizard. Never beat that lizard. And I'm gonna beat him this time. What just happened? I was out here chopping wood and communing with the nature, as usual, when I heard a loud rumbling like an earthquake from the lake. This guy is such a himbo. Look at him. He's all ripped. He's like, I'm just communing with nature, man. A lot of the good spells are easy to miss. That doesn't surprise me. I'm also sad that, like, do I not get to parry in Dark Souls? I liked parrying a lot in Sekiro. I don't know what happened next, but when I came to, it was like this. My art workshop was just across the stream there, but it up and vanished when this cursed zone appeared. I can parry? Okay. No, I never played the other Souls games. They weren't, like, really on my radar until 3 had already come out, and I don't really see myself playing the other ones anytime soon. I will play Bloodborne once I finally nab a PS5 in 1,000 years. But, yeah, that'll be 1,000 years. All I want is to live with nature in peace, man, but now I can't. I noticed a figure running from the lake toward Kamiki. Whoever it was, man, I hope Mother Earth kept them safe. What's up, nature buddy? Curious about that cave? It's the entrance to a place called Hana Valley, the site of an amazing waterfall, but monsters have moved in now. There's a trippy crystal ball that makes plants grow enshrined there. You'd think gardeners would be flocking here for it. Actually, not long ago, that Susano guy went marching in there. It's weird. Normally, he runs away at the sight of monsters. Yeah, I'll be playing it. I'll be playing Dark Souls 3 on PC. Anyway, well, I'll be playing on PC, but with a controller. I'm sure there's weirdos that play keyboard mouse, and I do not want to do that. If Sekiro had PvP, I did not do it. Can I go in your house? I can go in your house. I want to go in his bed. Haha, I am on the bed. You just looked up of Sakuya. Neat. I definitely will not be super interested in the PvP aspect. That's just not quite my scene. Hana Valley. Okay, so this is the first, like, temple type place. You obtain Traveler's Charm. Protects travelers from danger. Increases godhood by 1 level. There's 7,000 people playing PvP. Damn. We're gonna ruin their party, guys. Gonna go in, play some Wonderwall, kill the vibe. Oh, that, I guess that, so yeah, that includes everyone doing, like, just playing the game too. Yeah, yeah. Huh? We got rid of the monsters, so why did the gods' power disappear? Guess the curse on the gods of these lands must be really strong. They can't intervene till we do something about this stagnant air. You obtain Feed Bag. Fresh fish, irresistible to animals who dine on fish. Hey, check out that tree. It's moving. Better be careful, Amy. You see that? It just threw some fruit at us. Show it we mean business. Try to hit its fruit back at it. Draw one quick stroke to hit the fruit. You remember how, don't ya? Oh, whoops. I know what buttons I'm supposed to hit. was a drive-by fruiting. Look, you stunned it with its own fruit. Let's pass on by this creepy old tree while we can. This does not seem necessary. Oh my god, really? Okay. Yeah, definitely from that era, but I really like how it still holds up because they went with something like really stylized and artsy instead of like just trying to look like photorealistic with what little polygons they could do back then. What's all that racket? Oh, it's you, mutt. Stop, Susano! So rude. What are you doing here? Go home. I already told you I'm not looking for an apprentice. Anyway, Haunted Valley is no place for a mutt like you. Beyond this point lies my secret training ground. It's the perfect place to hide. I mean, to train. Also, it's actually legible. And yes, they did draw the butthole on this wolf. It's muy importante. Now, Scoop, be off with ya! Kitty? Sweetie pie? Psst, 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 psst. Oh my gosh, she's actually coming instead of just standing in the doorway and screaming at me. Come here, sweetie. Say hi to the internet, kitty. Thank you. Is my face nice and salty, kitty? Very good. Yeah, she takes a little convincing sometimes. Like, she wants to be on the couch or on your lap, and because she's like a little older, I like to like try to make sure to pick her up on the couch so she isn't like clambering up it and like ruining it. But she likes to like scream at me from like out of arm's reach because she's a cat, and is just like, meh. And I was like, get closer so I can pick you up. And she's just like, no. But this time she actually did. It was very nice of her. What in heaven's name? How did that happen? Well, now I can go hide. I mean, now I can go train. What a strange place. Is this really the secret training ground Susano mentioned? Oh, that's a cute kitty emote. Love it. Speaking of which, where'd Pops go anyway? What's up with this tiny sapling? I smell a faint scent like Sakuya's coming from this sapling. Oh. I see. That's why there's an altar here. It's for worshipping the sun that shines up there in the valley. Man, how many suns am I making in this universe? What are the repercussions of my actions? What, you don't like my circle? Thank you. Huh? I bet something will happen if we can just get this right. I know this room's hiding some kind of secret. Yeah, it had a sun. Oh, we need to go get that orb. Maybe the monster's evil is keeping its power at bay. Was that a bear on a ball with a little leaf on its head? What now? You foul beast. How did you get in here? Foul beast? Oh, it's so cute! You have some nerve sneaking into my private training ground. Now you shall get a taste of my new secret technique. Your foul beast looks like an ordinary sleepy bear to me, Pops. Enough talk. My blades thirst for that. Here goes nothing. Susano style. Susano! Oh, shit. Now for Susano style. Exploding implosion. Ha 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 ha. Okay, at least we just moved the bear a little. That'll teach you, you foolish beast. You're no match for my new secret technique. Someone looks at him like, look at you. Look at yourself, my dude. Cough, cough. Rest in peace, foul beast. The great warrior Susano condemns the offense, not the offender. I don't, that is exactly what Amaterasu said. Walked up was just like, bruh. Susano condemns the offense, not the offender. Sure, buddy. Whatever you have to tell yourself. This crystal sphere is filled with leaves. Is this sphere used in a ritual for a good harvest or something? Hey, didn't that wall painting have a sphere-like object in it? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Please let me pick up the ball and don't make me push it and do fucking rolling physics bullshit. Oh, Lord. Okay. Oh, this is actually pretty decent. Okay. Wow, someone had a lot of time on their hands to think all this up. So this was that sphere in that wall painting. Yep. Yep. I bet the sphere here is magic or something. Me too, buddy. This causes a horrible fire. Hey, is this a guardian sapling? It's all withered like the others. What the? Who turned out the lights? Oh, it's another constellation, Ami. Really? You're not gonna take that? Oh, all the missing. Okay, okay, I see. Amaterasu, origin of all that is good and mother to us all. My gratitude for releasing my body from its slumber. Please accept my humble thanks in return for your great kindness. I am Sakigami, one of the triumvirate of flora gods, known as the Hanagami. My brethren and I have been entrusted with the brush techniques known collectively as Green Sprout. I now grant my humble power to you. Use it wisely. That was Sakigami, one of the gods of flora. Apparently, the bloom brush technique can make flowers blossom, simply by drawing a circle on a withered tree. Hey, maybe it'll make this withered tree guardian saplings blossom too. Oh my god. I understand why they need me to like connect my circles, probably for like game reason. But y'all need to know that my circles rarely count. how everything grew back so quick. Sakuya wasn't kidding about the power of the guardian saplings. So this is what Hana Valley's supposed to look like. See, Sakuya's guardian sapling has lifted the evil curse. I'm not sure how the weak gods have been recently, okay, but it must have taken some wickedly strong power to suppress this magnificent guardian sapling. Even if you're Shiranui reborn, we might be up against more than we bargained for. What about that withered guardian sapling outside? Yep. We might be able to lift the curse there, too. What are we waiting for? I'm waiting for you, my dude. I forget there's a trick to these guys. Oh, those little piggies! I like the piggies with the little stripes on their back. They're really cute. They're little, like, red river hogs. Now I feed them. It looks like this food has spurred no interest! Pigs like seeds, I guess. Okay. Do you like seeds, kitty? Probably. Scratch. Can we skip? There, oh, okay, there is a skip. It's a start button. Okay. That creepy old tree just won't give up. I've got an idea, Amy. Maybe you could hit its fruit right back at— Really? Oh, while it's stunned, you can use Bloom. Okay. The peaches in this game look very yummy. Did I just desecrate a shrine? The statue's all dirty, but that's proof that it's been watching over us for ages. Okay. I don't have anything to clean that. Oh, I'll be able to move water eventually. Whoa, Amy, hold on. Hana Valley looks so much better now, but what about this gloomy patch of grass? You can use the power of Bloom to fill it in. Just fill it with your brush, and Bloom will take care of it. You obtained green sprout tips. Use the green spout technique, poke holes in the ground with dots. The ink becomes as a seed and trees sprout forth, confounding foes. The life force of this vegetation emits is the bane of evil. Neat! Okay, it's ancient record of pilgrimage across the land. If this were the real thing, it'd normally be worth a fortune. But with all the copies out there, you probably wouldn't get much for it. At any rate, if you ever want to read it, just press the start button to open the fan menu. Okay. I'm trying to rejuvenate this tree. I should be able to stamp these trees now. How do I do it? Maybe as I can't save it yet. That makes me sad. Yeah, it's gonna circle harder, I guess. Who knows? Damn right. Monkeys are no bueno. Monkeys like seeds too. Okay. You obtained digging tips. Press Y to dig holes. Spots that appear empty may emit light in the darkness. Dig with Y in these spots to find great treasures. You may notice a green glow in areas with lush vegetation. Dig here to reveal a wilted clover. Use a celestial brush to rejuvenate these flowers, and they'll give you much praise. Hell yeah. Trees, I will make you pretty someday. Worth it. Okay. We're gonna go save that other tree, kitty. That's a new brush technique in the bag. Now, Amy, before you get all excited and forget what you're supposed to do, I have an important tip for you. Ready? Okay then, if you ever forget what to do next, press start to open the fan menu and then take a look at the log book. You'll find your journal there. Dope. Your journal is a record of the important dialogue you've heard. It shows all the important info you have in that furry little head. Just dig up info in the way I just showed you, hun, and you'll be able to recall important things in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Your adventure will be a lot easier if you remember this. First things first. Okay, let's get going. Okay. Freaky. It looks like the river suddenly cleared up. I did see a Susano whizzing past here a little while ago. But surely it wasn't him who cleaned up the river, was it? Nah, that wouldn't make any sense. Correct. Are we going? Okay. Goodbye, kitty. So pretty. I'll never get tired of it. Wow, that nasty cursed zone is completely gone. The plants and animals are back, and just feel that fresh breeze. Now that's what I call great divine intervention. Sorry, big stretch, kitty. Very good. Always have to call out your pets big stretches. If you keep on dispelling the evil curse like this, I bet the gods of nature will lend you their powers. Hey, that's Sakuya's tree, isn't it? Maybe she perked up because you revived a guardian sapling. Well, we can stop by and see her later. I mean, we're kinda on a roll here. How about we take a gander around Shinshu Field first, hun? You've been gone 100 years, right? A good run around the place will do you good. Fleeing battle. We're not reading that scroll because we're not weak-ass bitches. This guardian sapling's back to normal, and the cursed zone that covered this area is completely gone. Now it can protect... Did I really need this? Okay, great. Are these things that I'm getting, like, something I have to use? Yes, they are. Now, let's see. What am I doing here again? Oh, yes. I took shelter under this guardian sapling when I heard that terrifying sound before, like a monster growling. Well, this is perfect. It's fate. Why don't I set up shop here? You know where to come when you're sent shopping, right, Pooch? Oh, yes. I don't know if you'll understand this, but here goes. I'd like to ask you a favor. It'll be a cinch with your nose. If you sniff out any nice bowls or dishes lying about, don't just leave them to rot away. Bring them to me, would you? If you turn up any treasures that are worth a bit, I'll pay you. What are you gonna do with stuff like pots and dishes? It's hard to sell stuff you worked so hard to get. But don't worry, all of the treasures you collect will be cataloged in the fan menu. Okay. Nope. No. Damn right, get my little piggies. Reading the instructions is for women and communists, I agree. Good thing I'm neither of those things. Okay, oh, we got a little... Whoop! Whoop! Okay, so where are we going now? Oh, Agata Forest. Thank you for letting me know it's over there. Oh, it's all hard, so I gotta... Oh, it's when I get my, like, water move-in ability. Whoa! What's up with this old gate? I don't like the looks of it. It's just teeming with evil power. I can feel it. Still, you being a god and all, we can't just ignore it. What do you think, my furry friend? We going through it or what? Hell yeah, we're going through it. What? Boom. So that's it. Those things are gateways to monster lairs. I've heard of such gates before. They're called devil gates. Those monsters got a lot of nerve building things like that. Let's tear them down wherever we find them. Oh, okay, so the rabbits are herbivores. Okay, first herbivores we've met. Yeah, like Amaterasu's like, feed on the rabbits? It's like, no, you have to feed the rabbits. Feed on the rabbit. No. Nom 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 nom. Break its neck. Break its neck. Okay. It won't let me do that. Who am I? Who's this guy? I was only okay doing that because I knew you couldn't kill the bunnies. What's going on? Ida, the Dangan Express never trips up. I've fallen and I can't get up. Must be a curse. I don't have time for falling over. People are waiting for mail. Those... He does need life alert. He absolutely needs life alert. Darn it. I knew I should have bought a traveler's charm. Damn right. Oh, we'll be able to drop bombs eventually. Hey, get a load of this statue's face! It's got the same blank expression as you! Hee hee hee! That cat does not have the same blank expression as me. Nothing happened. Hey, cut it out. I'll play with you later. Lay off the guy for a moment. Oh, wait, will I just, like, start this fight every time? Do I have to go buy him a Traveler's Charm? Okay, so homeboy needs a shop. Oh, but you can't buy them. Oh, well, I'm sorry I used them all, buddy. Okay. Okay, well, you know what? Awesome. I think it's gonna be a good place to call it tonight. Gotta go get some sleep and make that bread tomorrow. But we'll be streaming more Okami on Friday evening. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I hope you're enjoying the game. I certainly am, even despite the slow text crawl. Oh, he sleeps on the story, so cute. Oh my goodness. I love it. Okay, so yeah, we'll be streaming more of this on Friday night. Thanks for joining, everyone. Be sure to give a follow at Nala for Power on Instagram and Twitter for updates, and I will see you guys on Friday. Have a good rest of your week, everyone. Bye. Oh, I need to alt tab out.